That is a very, very quick time. We said we'd bring it down into the 34s, and that is just an eye blink away from it. What a run. That now winds out the top 12 for the Unlimited Superboats. We are now going to go the top 8 across all 3 classes. So we can see that Daniel Reid is down on the ramp. We can see that Schizo is down on the ramp. To abreast, he's coming down as well. And it is Greg Reardon and Dawn Erb coming out now. So these guys from Inglewood.
Not even far down the road, KV, probably 15, 20 minutes drive down the road to Inglewood.
So they're locals.
Well, locals,
We're going to get behind them. Bit of a wiggle off the start chute there for Greg Reardon. We saw this boat up on the dirt hall. Gee, I tell you what, he's not too worried about getting that boat over the islands. Came very close to it up there at NZ. And just getting on with it now. Coming around to this splitting Biolytix. Oh, he's gone wrong way, has he? Yes, he's gone wrong way. He's recognised it. Oh, there's a little shelf in there. The boat just lifted and bunny hopped. Now he's back on the right course rotation again. Hopefully he's going to post a decent time.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit furious with himself about getting it wrong there and going the wrong way, but they're still just hopping and bouncing their way through to get over the line, and they're going to start off the top 8 qualifying in Group B.
Check. Okay, if I could just butt in, KV, I've got Peter Coe, Shamaputa Ranui here beside me, 35.071. Peter, that must make you smile, the fastest time of the day.
It's all right. Early days, though, isn't it, really?
It's all right, he says. I think it's bloody good, just quietly. We're just talking about a lot of wash out there with all the other races. You think there's a bit of a trick to keeping it clean and keeping it smooth out there?
Partly, yeah. I mean, some of the weeks we're having to boat over, of course, we've made all of them ourselves, you know, the track's smooth at the start of the run. So we're just trying to find a line where we can minimise the wakes that we have to deal with shortly thereafter. And making a few changes to the boat. We just made a bigger one before that run, and that was better. And really pleased we got a better run on the way home from 9 over to 5 on the back straight here. That was pretty hairy in the previous run, so we showed it a bit more respect than we needed to that time, but we'll see. Hopefully that wake stays away.
I reckon we're in for a 34. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. Peter Coe, Shamaputa Ranui. Back to you, KV.
Cheers, Biggie. All right, we're lining up now for 2 abreast. Donna Thompson and Monica Copa. Hands up in the air. They're going to have to come around and start again. Just a little bit of a misfire as they're about to get their run underway. Of course, moments ago, the last time this boat was out, caught on fire. Didn't bother the gills at all. They thought, bugger it, we're just going to keep on going and complete a run. They've done that. They've put the fire out, and they're back out there.
I'll tell you what, though, the kids were a bit unhappy in the pits because they had the marshmallows on a stick ready. Yep, so they're just being brought straight back up onto the trailer again. And they'll sort that little bit of an issue out. We won't worry too much about it. But now it's going to be your local bloke. It is Daniel Reid. They call him Butterbean, but we like to call him Buttercup. Harden up, Buttercup, and let's go racing. One of the local heroes, one of the Naki heroes. So we are going to expect to see some big things here.
Yeah, it is local lad Daniel Reid with his Navi Ben Sol, their first season, and they've been putting on a really good show for us so far today. So let's see what this unit can do in the top 8 qualifying. Had a few really, really good runs and then some that maybe they won't be so pleased with, but now looking at it, they're trying to put it together. They had a bit of a cough in a start to get around that Suzuki S-Bin, but still looking like not too much of a dusty lap so far. Of course, when they come back around and you can see the boat hopping all around the place, that's what costs you a bit of time. So the idea is to try and keep that boat as smooth and as still in the water as possible, but the boys are home safely.
And that is a time of 40.884. Not a bad run there for Buttercup. We're reasonably happy with that one. He's just had a couple of moments of hesitation during that particular rotation, but got away with it.
All right, you should have seen his pit crew jumping and yelling and screaming with that time. They're pretty happy with that. Hey, I just had a little talk there to Hayden Wilson and White Noise. They've still got that gremlin. It's still just giving them a little tickle up every now and again. They're not sure what it is. They're just desperately holding on to everything they can to keep in this track.
Well, let's hope that they can sort that out. But it's now Donna Thompson and Monica Cooper in two abreast now, coming back into the starters' orders. And away they go. That's a better run. Straight off the line is the Eagle Hull up into the top part of around Hines now. Coming around the NZ, down the inside of Mouthfresh, now to the outside of Mouthfresh. Oh, it got bogged down big time. The girls just throwing the bow of the boat up there as it popped a mono. How's it going to handle this hairpin again? It just seems to be getting bogged down, Jason.
Yeah, it does. It's just those couple of those hairpins that they're coming around KV. It just has to give it a bit more of a push for them to get around. And now you can see they're sort of flopping around the water a wee bit, but the girls are still going to come home nicely and post a time. And of course, Donna's just punching it now. She's over the line.
At a time there of 42.007, so not too bad. Certainly still need to tidy it up a little bit, but they'll be pretty happy with that, all things considered.
42.007 for Donna Thompson.
All right, it is now the bitches box out on the water. Pip and Poppy. So they're coming under starters' orders now. The bitches box, the girls from Hawke's Bay, or Pip Thompson's from Hawke's Bay. Megan Brody is down there from Lake Coleridge on the South Island. So certainly a team, and considering that they live so far away, they do a fantastic job each and every time. Of course, Pip Thompson is the secretary of the NZJSA. She's gone the wrong way. Oh no, has she thrown it away? Have Pip and Poppy thrown it away? Massive amount of hesitation. They're trying to work out where they went wrong. They are now back on the correct course rotation, but that has cost them about 8 seconds. And Pip Thompson now very, very hesitant. You can see that she's really slowed down now.
And of course, they were just doing really, really well throughout the day, weren't they, KV? But this really is a cutthroat sport. You can be having some fantastic runs, then it gets down to the whole knockout stage, and if you make one tiny error, then that's you, done and dusted for the day.
Yeah, that's right. So I dare say that that'll be the end for Pip and Poppy, because that time is a 57.077. And that is well off the mark of where they need to be because of that rotational error.
All right, KV, can I just butt in here for a minute? Down this home straight here, just on the Mouthfresh part there, just as we're coming through into the first quarter of that Mouthfresh straight between the island and the outside bank, there's a real lift, there's a real bank developed out there, and I can really see the boat starting to lift up out of the water. So here we go with Patrick and Jay Hayden in Schizo.
Patrick and Jay Hayden out on the water at the moment. And these guys have gone about today in a very slow and methodical manner. Came out incredibly slowly during the early qualifying runs, just set a time, didn't set the world on fire, and now starting to move up towards the leaderboard. That will have cost them plenty. Got it bogged down coming around the hairpin at Suzuki. And of course, as the boats are rotating, you just heard from Wiggy that there are little shelves developing under the waterline everywhere as the sand here at the Naki 500 is just getting pushed around at the bottom of the course. So Patrick and Jay Hayden there with a time of 39.710. Hey, Wiggy, out by Eltherm as well, as they come around the right-hander, there is another shelf developing out there because we saw one of the boatsmen, I forget to straight off the top of my head because there's quite a few, actually got completely airborne up there. So, yeah, that's another one to keep an eye on as all of the sand underneath the water is starting to move left, right, and all sorts of weird ways.
Definitely, with a brand new track like that, nothing's settled under the water and it'll be changing all the time, and we're really starting to see that. I had a quick talk to Pip Thompson, and as she left in the bitches box, she just put her fingers to her head and shot herself, said brain fade. So,
oh no, we don't like those brain fades. I'm used to them.
We're going down to White Noise now. This is the boat that we talked about earlier on. It's got that voodoo in it, and every now and again it pulls it out. The guys, of course, is Hayden Wilson and Chris Houseman. Let's go back up to you, KV.
All right, so we did hear that this boat has still got the gremlins it's been possessing, but they're only, at least the time span when the engine's cutting out is a lot less than we've seen in the past. Now into the hairpin. Hayden Wilson came into this round a little bit better than mid-pack, so he's going to be a hell of a lot more confident with what he's seeing or what he's feeling out on the track at the moment. Had a little bit of a confidence flutter. That might be reminiscent of the issues that they've been having all season. But look, getting on with it now. Chris Osman is doing the navigational duties. White Noise, the boys from Wanganui.
Yeah, they're going to get it done and come across and post a pretty good time here, so they'll be well happy with that run and just, of course, happy to get over the line with the gremlins that they have been having. So we're looking at a time of a 40.373 there, so that's going to slide them into second fastest so far in this Group B Top 8 shootout. So a neat little run there for Hayden Wilson.
Yeah, good to see that they're overcoming, even though they do have the problem with the boat and the engine, it's just not running true to form, that they are still posting a time. Having a look now at Tim and Debbie Edhouse, they got off the trailer and then hit the concrete wall at the launch ramp, and now they're going to have another go at it. No, it looks like they're coming back on the trailer, in fact. So, no, that's what they're doing. Yep, I can see what he's doing now. They're
just trying
assisting.
to mess with you, KV. They're just trying to confuse you, mate.
Well, it's not hard.
They didn't even have to go that far, did they?
No, they didn't at all. All they had to do was go backwards and forwards about half a boat length, and I was all over the place. I had no idea what was going on. That's why I don't drive.
There goes Tim and Debbie Edhouse in Liquid Addiction. They have had some really, really good runs today, and I've been talking to KV earlier today as well and telling him that they're absolutely loving this track here at the Naki 500. So definitely one of the top teams so far today in the Group B. Let's watch them go around at that hairpin. No problems at all. So a little bit of a cough there, but overall the boat seems to be sitting relatively nicer in the water. This is where you do see them lose a bit of time when they have to hop around this final island before they get down to the mouth fresh turn and over the line. But that's a good run for Tim Edhouse, and he's going to come in and clock a time of 39.875. So a really nice run there for Tim and Debbie Edhouse in Liquid Addiction.
All right, we're down here looking to see Ross Travis off the line, the fastest qualifier in this Group B, Top 8's Shane Travis, a Wanganui boat now, doing a great job out in there. Will they be the top after this run for the next round? Let's watch them as we go back upstairs to Jason and KV.
There we go, Ross and Shane Travers in Radioactive. Boys had a few issues earlier on today, but last time out, threw down a really, really good time. So fingers crossed now, they've got everything locked in. They know where they're going. The boys are working together really, really well as a team, and the boat is performing exactly how they want it. They are whipping through the track here with not too many worries, and you just see how that boat is sitting nice and smoothly in the water, not getting thrown around it too much, which just allows them to end up posting a really, really solid time. And I'd say they're going to be on the money here and looking to really challenge the guys up the top of the leaderboard. Here we go, a 38.691, 38.691 Radioactive. You are flying.
All right, we're down here with Simon Gibbard and Paul Tomo Thompson, Novus Auto Glass. Ladies and gentlemen, they've got to get it right. They're the slowest qualifiers in the Top 8. They want to get through to the Top 5, all the way from Canterbury right here in front of me. Such good friends of mine, and I know their wife and kids are watching from all around Western Australia where they live and staying at the moment, and so that we're wishing them the best of luck. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get off the boat and let them warm up the engine a little bit more.